My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review for Don't Look Up. And this is a movie that I wasn't looking forward to. Let's just get it out of the way. This movie is an obvious metaphor for the incoming climate disaster, and I don't want to get too hung up on this one topic, but I'll say that scientists have been saying since the 70s that the climate disaster will come within 5 years, and it still hasn't come. Not just that, but every single person who preaches about it doesn't practice what they preach. They're a bunch of hypocrites. And not just that, but trying to compare that to an incoming meteor, something that you can physically see, and something that has an obvious timeline, there's just no comparison. So, because of those reasons, I wasn't looking forward to this movie. Lots of people really love this movie, and everyone else really hates it. And where did I land on it? Well, I think it's a bad movie, but I don't think it's like the worst movie of the year. Is this movie subtle at all? No. It's not subtle, nor is it trying to be. This movie is Adam McKay screaming in your face for 2.5 hours long, and just after a while, it gets so repetitive and so redundant. Like, there's even a point where Jennifer Lawrence's character is, you should be freaking out over this, you should not be sleeping at all, you should be panicking every second of every single day. Like, is this what you want us to do? Like, really? But I think the biggest problem with this movie is that it's just not funny. It's a comedy trying to be funny that never made me laugh once. This movie is just the director and the actors screaming in your face about how much better they are than you. If they did anything interesting with that, I'd be like, okay, but this movie isn't as smart as it thinks it is. There's moments where the satire comes through and you're like, okay, that's an amusing idea. But that's as positive as I can get on it. The cast isn't that good either. Leonardo DiCaprio is easily the standout. Look, I've got my opinions on him as a person, but as an actor, he's one of, if not the best. He's great in everything he's in, and this movie is no exception. There's moments where he loses his shit, and he does so in such a perfect way. Jennifer Lawrence. I'm a big defender of Jennifer Lawrence. I thought she was amazing in Silver Linings Playbook, American Hustle. I think she's fantastic in all 4 of the Hunger Games movies. Like, if she got nominated for an Oscar for any of those 4 movies, I would have been perfectly okay with it. I also think she's really great in Muzzle, and I enjoy Passengers. I'm the one person who does. I don't think she was good in this movie. I thought she was very underwhelming here. And then we got Mark Rylance, who I'm also the one person on the planet who thinks he deserved to win his Oscar over Sylvester Stallone. But since Bridge of Spies, he's been very underwhelming. I don't think he was good in the BFG. I don't think he was good in Ready Player One. And I don't think he's good in this movie at all. Meryl Streep is Meryl Streep. She's fine in this movie. Jonah Hill, I thought was really good in this movie. I thought he was really entertaining whenever he was on the screen. Cate Blanchett's good in the movie, even though I don't get why she was in this movie. Like, she doesn't really add all too much. Tyler Perry's fine, I guess. Timothée Chalamet really does nothing. Did I get everyone? Oh, Rob Morgan was actually really good as well. But yeah, so the cast got 2 standouts in Leonardo DiCaprio and Jonah Hill, but everyone else, And also the biggest problem with this movie is that it's far too long. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes, and that's just excessive. After the half-hour mark, you get everything that you could possibly get from this movie. It doesn't do anything new. It just piles on and doubles down, and it just gets to the point where you're just like, why is this movie still going on? I've seen everything that it has to offer. And there's all these different subplots, like this subplot of Cate Blanchett and Leonardo DiCaprio sleeping together. And I just don't get why that was included in the movie. My best guess is them to try to make some moral complexities of this guy who everybody should be listening to, not being the best guy. But even that feels like a stretch. There's this subplot with Jennifer Lawrence and Timothée Chalamet, which just added nothing to the movie whatsoever. It just gets caught up in all these characters and all these subplots to the point where it completely loses focus. And the thing is that despite how long this movie is, and despite how much time we spend with these characters, I still don't feel like I actually knew them by the end of this movie. Because every time you see them, they're like, the sky is falling, But you don't actually see them being human all too much. That said, I will say that I do like the ending of this movie before the credits. I thought it ended on a very bittersweet note that really worked for me. That said though, going into the credits, we've got a mid-credit scene and an end-credit scene, and I just found these two scenes to be unbearably bad, like very cringy bad. But yeah, this is a movie that exists. I didn't hate it as much as everyone else seems to, and I didn't love it as much as everyone else seems to. So I'm just that one guy in the middle of the world with his opinion here. I think it's a bad movie. It's not a movie I'll ever watch again. It's not funny. It's not smart. There's moments where you can see the potential of this movie, but just not enough. By the end, I was just left so by it. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and give Don't Look Up a 4 out of 10. Okay, have you looked up? What did you think about this movie? Let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. Stay tuned for some more videos soon. And Gavin,